What if I told you that you might deny what your own eyes are seeing just because everyone else does? That you might say something you know is wrong, not because you're weak or incapable of thinking for yourself, but simply because you're human. And being part of a group changes the rules of the game. Imagine this. You walk into a room with other people you've never met. You sit down. A researcher explains that you're about to take part in a very simple visual test. Nothing to worry about. All you have to do is look at a few lines and say which one looks most like the first. Sounds easy, until something strange happens. Everyone starts giving answers that, to you, are clearly incorrect. One line is obviously shorter, but they all insist it's the same. Would you stand your ground, or would you say the same thing just to avoid standing out? This scenario isn't fiction. It's a real experiment conducted in the 1950s by psychologist Solomon Asch. His goal was to understand how much social pressure influences our decisions. And to do that, he designed a simple but brilliant test. Asch gathered groups of people and showed them one vertical line. Then, he showed them 3 other lines and asked them to say out loud which one matched the first in length. The correct answer was obvious, but there was a twist. Out of all the people in the room, only one had no idea what was really going on. The rest were working with the researcher. In several rounds, all of these insiders gave the same answer, but it was a wrong answer given on purpose. Then came the turn of the actual participant. They were alone against the group. Everyone had said that the first option, option A, was the match, even though it was clearly option C. What would you do? The results were shocking. Even though the task was simple and the answer was in plain sight, most people gave in to group pressure. 75% of the participants went along with the group at least once. And a third of them did it consistently. Why? Not because they were confused, but because they didn't want to stand out. They didn't want to seem odd. They didn't want to be the only one going against the flow. This phenomenon is called social conformity, and it's more common than we think. From a young age, we learn that fitting in matters, that standing out can lead to rejection or ridicule. Our brains are wired to seek acceptance. In many cases, this helps us function as a society. We follow rules, wait our turn, adapt to what most people do. But it comes at a cost. Conformity can make us question what we clearly see. It can silence us when we should speak. We see it every day, at school, at work, on social media, when we're afraid to say, I don't agree. When we share what everyone else is sharing, even if we don't care about it. When we laugh just to fit in. When we choose the easy road, the group road, over the honest one, our own. That's why Asch's experiment is still so relevant today. Because it's not really about lines. It's about us, about our insecurities, our deep need to belong, and how social pressure can shape our decisions more than we realize. So next time you find yourself in a situation where everyone seems to be going in one direction and something doesn't sit right with you, remember this story. Remember that thinking differently isn't a flaw. It's an act of courage. Speaking your truth, even if no one else says it, can make all the difference. Because sometimes the straightest line is not the one everyone is pointing at. It's the one you see clearly, even if you're standing alone.